Hello everybody, my name is Aquilla Fleetwood. I want to show you a Hebrew word picture for light. Hebrew words are written from right to left. This alphabet, made up of 22 consonants in Hebrew, goes from right towards the left, right towards the left, and right towards the left. Okay, so this word is or, light. Now, it's this letter Aleph is the first letter here in the alphabet. Okay, it became our letter A. This is a letter Vav, which can mean and or it can mean a nail. This is the letter Resh that means the highest man, master, or rabbi. Our letter R came from this letter. In Spanish, it's the R-E-Y spells rey, which is rey means king in Spanish. So this letter is a symbol of that, and it came from the word resh right here. Okay, so if you look at this alphabet here, it came from God. It didn't come from man. It came from God. The mind of God did it. Man could have never done this. This first two letters spell Father. This is Dalet, which means door. This is actually a symbol of Christ with his arms raised up. It's in Yahweh. This is nail. Now this one is an interesting one. It's Tet, which is the head of the serpent. The circle is a symbol of the head of the serpent. This cross here is a symbol of the cross being bruised on top of the head of the serpent from the heel of Christ. This is his heel being propped up. If you lay it this way, it's propped up, the heel of Christ. So, or. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, it says, Vayomer Elohim Yehi Or Vayehi Or. So in Hebrew, it puts the verb first, then the subject. So we would interpret it as, and God said, let there be light as there was light. Or. All right, this is a symbol of Christ, symbol of God, and the highest man, master, or rabbi. So the word light, Jesus said, I'm the light. We're told to walk in the light as he is he. Who's that? The highest man, master, or rabbi, which is Christ who died upon the cross, is in the light. So this is a very interesting Hebrew word picture. But the only way you're going to see any of them is if you write it in pictographic Hebrew and then read it out. This letter here is interesting. It became our letter K. Now, some of the scholars have had a hard time figuring this out. They're trying to figure out what the ancients were thinking because they think this alphabet came from man. Well, it didn't. This alphabet came strictly from the mind of God. Right here, if you flip it around, you can see our letter K. Well, this line right here is a symbol of the side of Adam, and this is the cupped hand. This right here means a cupped palm, like a V shape if you cupped your palm. And it's a symbol of the hand of God going into the side of Adam from which he created Eve. And for some reason, the scholars are so confused what the ancients meant by drawing it this way, when really it's God that determined this. God gave this to man. And this letter K has nothing to do with, this would be the body of the bird, this is the wings of the bird flapping, is what scholars are thinking, because they're trying to figure out what this picture is telling them. And they're just totally wrong. Matter of fact, this is in a Chinese word picture for garden, yuan. And whenever the Chinese preacher is talking about it, he draws this letter and says it correctly. This is the palm of the hand of God going into the side of Adam to create Eve, from which all mankind would spring. So that's how I finally noticed it to begin with, looking at Chinese word pictures, because Chinese word pictures are much like Hebrew word pictures. They're pointing to Christ. Anyway, it's a very interesting subject matter. It's linguistics evidences of Jesus Christ. So I'm Aquilla Fleetwood. You all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Shalom.